Okay, hello everybody, here I am with my next tutorial. This one is actually going to show you guys how to do multiple textures. Now I always ask you guys to watch these videos in HD and full screen, just so you can get the very best quality. I mean, like some people were thinking that quotes or asterisks and stuff like that, you guys might know the difference between brackets, these squiggly brackets and normal parentheses. Those make a huge difference. So yeah, I'd really ask you guys to watch in HD. If you have to download it, I honestly don't care. I might upload a download link, or like put up a download link for the video, but yeah, I'm not sure if that's such a good idea, considering there are plenty of ways to download from YouTube anyways. Okay, so what I have is I have some images that are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 6 is going to be 0 in our case because I forgot that for computers numbers start at 0, and since there's 6 sides of a dice, I was thinking 1 to 6, but no, it's 0 to 5. Okay, so let's get these into the mods file in our temp folder real quick. It'd be easier if I did this. Open a new window, back, pictures, images, oh wait, wrong click. MineCraft, mods, kryptonite stuff, and now I'm going to call this test because we are only going to test with this, right? And yeah, we'll just dump these pictures in there. There you go. And we're also going to want to put a copy of that into our MineCraft jar. So let's open up the jar real quick. Mods, no. Bins, MineCraft 7. No. Do not take ownership. That I do not want to do. Well, it would be nice, but no. Unnecessary. Mods. Dump that in there. Taken care of. Okay. So, let's just make a basic block real quick, like very, very, very basic. But we're going to have to make a mod file for it because it's going to have custom texture, So, for now, let's get a base random one. Doesn't really matter. Kryptonite, or no, we're going to call it fridge. Because eventually we're going to make a fridge, but for now we're just going to test it. Block fridge. We're going to go with the capital F, remember that? Not block kryptonite, block fridge. We are eventually going to change this so it's actually a fridge, but for now we're not. Now if you notice how we need texture, well, we don't in this case because I said so. Watch, you'll see. We're going to make it so that this thing is not give you an error about it. Hardness, resistance, make it easy. Let's get stuff for dirt. Yeah, block the job. I even clicked on it and didn't even realize. Let's go down fast. Dirt. 0.5. That's nice, no resistance at all. Exactly half, no, not exactly half through, that'd be 1.5. Okay, so set the name to fridge. Okay, now let's save this. Oh yeah, we gotta register it real quick. Mod loader add name, register, and at the end. Fridge, and now we just give it a name. Block. Let's put it by the blocks. Okay. What's wrong with that? Object string O. Fridge. Okay, let's save that. We got blocks.java, and I'm just gonna make a new one. Let's make it off of something we have already. Oh, why is this so small? Let's make that bigger real quick. Let's see, block container, door, dirt. Dirt's probably the most simple, so we'll save that one. There's block. Fridge. Okay. Let's rename this real quick. Block. Fridge. Block. Fridge. Okay. So one thing you guys... Oh, let's save this real quick. Okay, so one thing you guys need to know is... no, not block. Block.java. Over here. The protected block, how we realize... You know how we talked about this is the constructor? This is the first part, and this is the second part. And in the constructor is what creates the class, like this thing, public class block. Or in this case, we are saving a new instance of block fridge in the variable fridge. And block fridge is like the type of variable. The variable itself might have some extra things like for that specific fridge, let's say the footstep or not enable stats might be different than for any other block, Anyways, that's what we do. That's basic variables and stuff. I don't want to get into that for now. But what we do need to know is this is the constructor. And it is a method, which means you can call it, like this thing over here, illegal. No, not illegal. That's not a good one. Something else. Like, how we use this stuff, how we actually go step sound and put, let's see, I'll show you guys down here. Footstep. Like this one. Foot sound, powder footstep, how we put that inside and it actually sets a footstep sound. Well, yeah, that's what these are. These are methods, and you give it some values and it will do something. In this case, it'll set or get the block brightness since it gives you a number. Anyways, so constructors, what they do is they return this entire block class. And for ours, the typical is the ID and then the texture. Because, you see over here, it's the ID and then the material. So the texture isn't really required. But if you look in block dirt, what it does is it is super IJ and extends block. So what it does is this super is pointing to the constructor in here. And somehow, here it is, block INTI, J material, just like this thing says, IJ material, and it asks for this J, right? Now block. In block.java, all it does is set the block index in texture to J. This is pretty much what's going to come up on the inventory screen usually, or if the block does not have multiple textures, it's going to have this one only. We are going to set up so it's going to have multiple textures, so this thing right here doesn't really matter. And so we don't need this J thing at all. We can completely take it out, and instead of going to this one where it's IJ material, it will instead go directly to this one which is just I material. Okay? So we're going to bypass the J completely. So let's take that out now. Drill ground, we'll leave that like this for now. In case you guys don't notice, I'm calling it fridge, but I'm giving it the textures that we just put in are from test. That's because I'm going to show you guys how to use the multiple textures, and then eventually, by the end of this tutorial, we'll put the fridge textures to the block, and then later on in later tutorials, we're going to actually make the fridge do stuff. Like we're going to make it spawn ice blocks and stuff. I don't know. Maybe we could find something that decays if it's not in the fridge or something, but that's for later. So for now, all we got is a normal block that happens to have a little unique thing, and if we run it now and we make this block somehow, it will have nothing. It'll be invisible because it'll give an error that it doesn't have a texture. In block.java, we need to make a quick testing recipe real quick. Testing recipe. For this one, let's just change it to, we need another testing recipe. We want to be able to test our ore, right? Kryptonite ore, I'll make this one fridge, and it's gonna be 1 dirt. one dirt makes one fridge. I think eventually we may make something with snowballs and a kryptonite block just to make it have something kryptonite inside. But for now, we'll just leave it this. Okay. So, for multiple textures, first thing we're going to need to do is make multiple variables. We're going to do like int top equals mod loader dot add override, because if you noticed, when it's int I, int j, the j was a texture, but it was an int, which means it was a whole number, like 1, 2, 3, or 4, basic math stuff. So mod.loader override just returns a number, which is the icon index, So what we have to do is you have to save the number so we can use it to return like the texture for the side. So for now it's going to be obviously terrain.png. And then for this, it's going to be /mod /test /1.png. Annoying thing is variable names cannot be numbers, because I make it just call it 1, it'll give me an error. So we're going to call it -1. No, that's still not going to work. How about v1 for like variable 1? Okay, that works. And since we're going to have like 6 variables, there is an easier way, because you could do this. Okay, so int, see these square brackets over here mean an array. Just gonna call it something real quick, like textures equals, and then you can put brackets, and you can just put these values. Control Z, Control V, just gotta put comma, Control V, comma, Control V, comma, Control V, comma, Control V. However many, like how many do we need? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One more, right? What did I just do? Okay. And let's just fix it so it's separated by commas only. And then we need to put a semicolon at the end, because this is technically all one line. Just so you know, the semicolon isn't there. It will continue reading until the semicolon does appear. So that could also actually make so you have 2 lines in one line like that, because the semicolon is the only thing that tells it when the line actually ends. So here we got all our textures. Just call that 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So anytime you want to use these, all we got to do is, let's say, textures, and then the number. Like, let's say, int top equals textures some number. This is going to be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. As you're talking about, how 0 is 0. Well, in this case, I'm going to actually change it, since we're starting at 0, and the texture for 6 is 0, or you'll see why. So we're going to call this one 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So if you want to get the number for this one, the first one, it would be 0. Or if we want the one from the 6th one, you would put 5, because it's the number of them minus 1, right? Oh, you don't want 4.png, not 4.png. Anyway, so that's the basics of arrays. We don't really need those. I just use it because it makes stuff easier sometimes. Now, time for the actual texturing. Let's get rid of dirt, let's get rid of block, let's go to wood, or logs, whatever you want to call it. Log. Oh, I found it. Logs. Harvest block ID drop. Nope, that's not what you want. Not when you break it. Not when you. Oh yeah, right here. Get block texture from side and metadata. I know earlier we talked about how we could like light a block with redstone, but instead of setting the block, we could also have it to change the metadata. And with the metadata change, we could also change the texture depending upon the intj over here, which is the metadata. Inti is the side, intj is the metadata. Anyway, whatever you return gives the texture for the side of the block and the block that has that metadata. For now, we just want to return well, actually, we don't need metadata, so we're just going to delete the end metadata part and get ands from side. And we're going to return textures I. Okay, so what this does is, textures with an S. Okay, so what this does is it takes this number, and you know how we talked about how it's going to be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Well, let's go back to block log. I'll show you guys. What we do know is this. 1 and 0 are the top and bottom, right? Because the top and bottom of wood always have the same texture. And then here it's technically, if it's J, you know, let's go open up the terrain.png. I'll show you guys how I figured this out. Okay, so 21 is right, where is it? Wood. Oh, right here. This right here is texture 21, right? Because that's obviously the top and bottom of wood. All wood has the same. Now, for trees, the metadata is the only thing that changes. Like, if you want fir trees or the other really, really tall trees that you find in nice places. Birch trees, I don't know. Well, the birch trees are the white ones, the ones that have white bark, right? That, I'm pretty sure, is thing 116. And if you look, 116 is somewhere over here. Yeah, sorry, 116 is a dark one, actually. Never mind, I was wrong. And 117 is that one. So what this tells us actually is if it's not 1 or 0, it returns one of these two. Or just like if it's 1 or 0, automatically returns 21. 0 returns 21. If anything else, if it's not 0, if I is not 0, then it returns whatever else it returns, right? So that tells us that 1 and 0 are the top and bottom. The other numbers are whatever else. I mean, we'll figure that out. I'll show you guys now. So what this code does is it gets the ID, or the number, the side, and it plugs it into this array of ours, and it gets the corresponding numbers. Since there are only 6 sides, of course, like 6 sides of a cube, we have exactly 6 textures in our textures array. So we'll pull the correct one, since 0 would be 0, 1 would be test 1, 2 would be 2, etc., etc. So let's go test out our theory real quick. I know I'm being kind of vague. Oh wait, never mind. What's the problem now? We have a problem, obviously. Slot 97 is old. Oh, completely forgot. See, even I can make mistakes. Now we copied and pasted block kryptonite ore. We forgot to change the block ID, so let's change it to 98. I'm pretty sure we don't have any other IDs, do we? Wait, where's our... Oh yeah, kryptonite block is 90... Oh, the block lit one is 99. It's wrong, we need 100 then. Save it. And now we have a different error. Image not found. Mod... Oh, period test. Wow, I messed up horribly now, didn't I? Always, always, always make sure everything is spelled properly. There you go. Let's open up our world that we had before. Right, we tested our kryptonite block, right? That works fine now. So let's go. About MineCraft lagging, somebody recommended Fraps, but I have to pay for that, and I don't want to pay for that, honestly. So let's go find some dirt to test our block, right? Put some in there. Oh, here's our fridge. Now let's put this somewhere we can see it very easily. Or that we can see the top as well, you know. Not too high. Now this is going to have some errors because I honestly expected it to have a white background. Maybe I forgot to change that. Anyways, here we are. We got 6 at the bottom, which is 0, or it looks kind of like a bomb actually. You know? Oh wait, no. Yeah, it does look kind of like a bomb, but it's a 6, or I tried to make it a 6. No wonder, 6 is the opposite way, right? Whatever. So 6 on the bottom, 4 on the, what is this side? Let's check. Press F3 to get which is X and Y. So I know going this way increases, this way increases the Z. If you look over here, you know, the Z is slowly going up. And I go that way. So I'm guessing, I honestly don't know. Let's do the fail-safe of cobblestone. So the little L is north, right? So 4 is north, because the L points north all the time. So 4 is north, 3 is west, 5 is south, and 2 is east. Up and down are 1 and 0. That's pretty much all you need to know. Now what we want is obviously one side to have a different texture, right? So yeah, basically, I mean, I'm guessing, oh yeah, that's going to have some problems. We're going to have to fix that later. Or actually maybe make the background white with these numbers. But main idea is that you just know what side is which. Most of the time this doesn't really matter, but it will matter if you want something like a compass that you put down and it shows you which way is north all the time or something. Not really useful. I guess it would be useful for like a crafting table. It doesn't really matter which way you place it from. But for furnaces, it does make a difference. Well, not really. No, it doesn't make a difference because the texture doesn't change based upon which side. It changes based on which direction. We will eventually get into that because each orientation is different metadata, as we talked about in return from side and metadata. Right. Anyway, so let's actually add fridge textures to this now. So I have fridge textures in my pics folder over here. Fridge textures. They're really nice. I mean, completely gray, except the front, which has a door, and all the rest are completely gray. They're like rushed textures because I honestly didn't know what to make, and I was like, oh wait, we can make a fridge. So back, side, top and bottom, and then the front, right? So for the front, let's make that. Oh, we have to move these real quick. Fridge, let's Control C, let's put that in the temp folder. No, while we're at it, might as well, oh, not in there. Open up the MineCraft drive so we can dump it in there as well. Open it. Go back, temp, bin, MineCraft, in our mods folder. Control V. Okay. And then we can just, where's the mods folder? Dump that in there. Yes, and there it is. Oh, and what do we need? Let's see. For the back, it's obviously going to be opposite the front, so we're going to have to figure out how that works. If I remember correctly, I mean, 4 and 5 are opposite, 2 and 3 are opposite. I'm pretty sure I remember that 4 was north, right? And 5 was south, and 3 was west, 2 is east. No, something like that. Other way around. It doesn't matter. Sides are going to be the same. We just need the front and back different. This is going to be static. We're going to go into metadata actually next video on how to place things and get the stuff from the metadata. For now, we're just going to have the front and back stuff. So anyway, we're going to make a simple switch statement. Switch I Okay, so what a switch statement does is return 0. What a switch statement does is it takes the number, and instead of having to put multiple if statements, like we go if I equals 1, and then you would have to do, let's put something here, return 0. If we could do if, again, I equals 2, return something else, etc., etc. We're going to have to, like, 50 lines of code for this, right? And it would be a lot harder, actually. For switches, it's a little bit easier. You can just go case 1 or case 0, do something, break. Break makes sure that it doesn't do the next thing, like it doesn't do the stuff for case 2 right after it does case 1. It breaks it out of the switch statement completely. So for this one, let's get the textures out real quick. Change them. So actually, since we only have 4 textures, and honestly all of them are the same except for front and back, we are going to change it. So since we only have 3, we can do int front equals add override terrain.png. No, why am I pasting? Okay. Maybe it might be a little bit easier if we do it like that. So I don't quite remember how to spell that thing. And it was / if I'm not mistaken. /mod /free texture / what was it? front.png. And then for the rest, so I'm just going to call it the rest. Texture rest. And for this, we could call it any one of these, right? Like a side, backs. Yeah, I mean, they're all just solid grade blocks. For now, at least. Let's just make it side.png. Side.png. Let's save this. Okay. So if it's 0, which is the top, return side. That'd be easier. Call this side. So return side. Break. You know what? Actually, it'd be even easier if we just use a normal if statement. We could do if I equals 4, which is north. Return front, else return side. Obviously, if it's not north, then we're going to return front, and if it is north, it'll return the front, which means it'll have the front texture, otherwise it'll have the side texture. That's all there is to it. Or we could do one for each and every single side, but that would be repetitive. Anyway, let's test this out. I'm pretty sure we have a block. Where'd it go? Oh, here it is, our fridge. Looks like a gray block. And anyway, we place it. Oh, and there you go. North has a door. All the rest are gray. Even the bottom. If you want to go check it out with our awesome kryptonite shovel. Gray. Or if you want some white in there. Gray. Or if you want a better view, there you go, gray. Wow, I unconsciously made a perfectly stepped hole where I can jump out easily. Anyways, there you go. We got our dirt. Clean this place up now. And there you go. There's our fridge, and that's how you make multiple textures. I'm guessing the only real thing anybody might use this for is for like trees. Because if you notice, I mean, you got the bottom, and then you got over that, you got the top, or the sides, and then the bottom and the top have the same texture. Anyways, yeah, enough talking for me. There you go. You got your multiple textures.